The world's toughest mudder is 24 hours of tough mudder.
The race is really hard, and it's supposed to be.
5-mile loops with 20 obstacles.
20 obstacles.
Involving grip,
And there's water.
crawling, climbing, heavy carries.
A little bit of everything.
Just anything and everything they can think of. 5-mile loops. You start at noon, run until noon the next day.
It's world's toughest. You're supposed to be tough.
I am Heather Bode. I have run it 4 times before. This will be my 5th World's Toughest Mudder. Primarily Swedish or Nordic EDF, weirdly. Last year I got 75. I'd like to get 80. My biggest goal is to run 25 hours. I've always stopped before noon. So this year I want to be crossing. I want to be beyond that start line after noon. I'm going to try my best. It's going to be goofy as ever.
Christian Brown Johnson, as known as CBJ, from Bode, California. It's 105 is my #1 goal, and we'll see where I'm at from there. And if I got to push and take a podium spot, then that's my 2nd goal. My first tough mudder was when I was 18. I'm 29 now. My first Worlds, I was 20 years old. That opened up so many doors for me in my life, and that's why I always come back every year, because it makes me physically and mentally stronger, and I know I can endure so many other things in life. You know that you can push through something like this, you can push through so many other things in life. And I always tell people, hey, if you really want to find yourself, go out and run a World's Toughest Mudder, and you'll find yourself on course.
We work on it for over a year, thinking about it, dreaming about it, and here we are, right here today in Granbury, Texas, at World's Toughest Mudder. Are you all ready for this? Now, we all travel, not all of us, but a lot of us. I gotta please give all these first-timers a warm, welcoming round of applause, and welcome them to a little thing that we like to call
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, I've said it a bunch of times, and I'll say it again. I honestly believe that Tough Mudder is more than just an event. A lot of us do different events around the world, different obstacle course races, different events, but there's something different about Tough Mudder, and we hear it all the time, right? That difference is you.
It holds an extremely special place in my life, because this is the place where I feel the most challenged. I feel like everything in my life is just stripped out and laid bare out on course, and I get cut down to my core, and I prove to myself how strong I am. It's this incredible, like, physical, mental, emotional experience that I cannot get anywhere else.
This is what happens when you don't work out for several weeks. Woo!
What I tell people all the time that are afraid to get out of their comfort zone, it's you will never find your true potential physically or mentally unless you step over that comfort zone.
I always hit an early wall. Like after like a 3rd or 4th lap, I kind of hit this exhaustion wall. But if I can get that past that, I can cruise for like several more laps. So I'm waiting for that second wind to kick in. Just downed a bunch of coffee, got a bunch of gels and food. I'm good.
Don't stop.
It was really dark in a way that I've never experienced at Worlds before. As if like my brain were a house and I'm searching every room for some sense of motivation or purpose, and every room was empty. When I got to the top of Grappler, after doing a long-ass penalty for the second time, I just sat down and I turned my headlamp off, and I sat for a second. I was like, I don't even want to move. I was searching and looking everywhere inside me for some sort of purpose, and I couldn't find it. It was just an empty hole. I told my crew, I was like, I don't know if I can go back out there alone. I can't do it by myself. And Chris said that he had a friend, and so he connected me with her, and I went back out with her. Her energy and her positivity and her mentality completely turned it around. It was amazing.
Great job, though. Gotta keep running.
Nothing is as tough as this. I mean, you're rolling through rocks and water for 24 hours and running and doing all kinds of Ninja Warrior obstacles. It's like your body's just thrashed. I mean, my hands are swollen and cut up. I got 7 black toenails right now. Yeah, that's the biggest thing about this event. I mean, you can come out here and be a phenomenal athlete, but if you don't have it mentally and you can't find those extra gears, you know, you're not going to make it through.
Tough Mudder, especially Worlds, has proved to me that everyone says like, oh no, I could never do that. I'm like, you would be surprised.
Mile 50 to 60 got a little rough. I started cramping up in the hamstrings a little bit, but that's when I started feeling some upper body stuff and slowing down a little bit. But then I got everything kind of consistent where my lap times are around the same every time. And then towards the end on lap 19, it was getting real close to cutoff. And I didn't want to have a repeat of last year where I only made 95. So I'm super thankful for my pit crew being out there to support me.
There's 6 billion people who aren't here this weekend. What do you wish they knew that they don't know by not being here?
You are capable of so much more than you can imagine, so I wish they knew that.
Honestly, I'm very happy with what I did. Obviously, I set my bar high for 105, top 3. I never even looked to see where I was until my last lap.
I made it through that darkest part, and I was like, let's go. Even though I'm well behind whatever mileage goal I wanted, I was going to finish strong. And that was one of the highest points, just feeling that purpose and that want again, and that strength, that felt really good. The lesson is sometimes you just need help. Sometimes you really cannot do it on your own. Even if you've done it on your own before, everybody who's well-versed with Tough Mudder knows it's about the community, man. It's about the community.